Welcome to Robot Wars, the 6th Wars and the first of our semi-finals. Razer, the defending champion, is here, so too Wild Thing. Unseeded 13 Black and Dantomkia have made it this far. Can they hustle through the bustle with meat and muscle and win their tussle for a place in the series final as we take you into the crash, smash and crumple zone? Then there's the number 3 seeds Firestorm and the number 7 seeds S3, who will be the 2 robots left standing at the end of this semi through to the final of Robot Wars, the 6th Wars.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Oh yes, we're getting down to it. Because tonight, our first 6 heat winners return for the first of our series semi-finals. Now, as expected, Razer and Firestorm 4 made it through. But there's also Wild Thing and 13 Black looking like hot new contenders. So with the heat well and truly on, let's fire up the war zone!
Will Razer lift all before them again, or will a flipper, a disc shredder, a lifter stop them in their tracks? Spin to win, underdogs, bump and barge, because Razer mean to hang on to their crown. So 6 awesome robots in this semi-final. In round 1, they'll meet in 3 head-to-head knockouts. The winners go through to round 2, but first of all, we'll have to see that round 1 lineup.
From Ash in Hampshire, the number 9 seed, Wild Thing.
3 times a previous semi-finalist.
Right, we're in with the big boys now. Haha, and you really are in with the big boys. Number 9 seed, Wild Thing, going against number 1 seed. At this stage, how does that make you feel?
Well, number 1 seed, Razer, we actually haven't fought them during the entire series, and so it's going to be really interesting to fight them.
Now, have you, though, let them anywhere near your robot? Because what they do is they have a good look at where the gubbins are.
They've been sneaking around, trying to see where things are. It's not going to be too easy for them because the front of our robot is actually the strongest part, and those are the 2 parts that normally meet, and that's also where our cutting disc is.
Right.
So unless they get around the back of us, which I don't think they will, it's going to be very interesting.
Does have a compact V-shaped steel chassis and alloy steel cutting disc at the front driven by powerful motors, but there's a high ground clearance and the tyres are exposed.
Bournemouth in Dorset, the number 1 seed, Razer.
A part bird, part reptile destroyer.
Is it hysteria setting in?
Oh, most definitely.
Nerves?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I was being a bit optimistic there, wasn't I? Have you had a good look?
Oh, yeah, yes. You know me, don't you?
I know, so simply a matter of what first?
The speedo, actually, in the front, yeah.
Okay. But the
I don't
front,
mind. I don't think it
But the
is.
front is also where its disc is.
That's right. It's just a little nibbler, isn't it?
It's got him this far, his little nibbler.
He's done all right, actually.
An aluminium and steel chassis, has speed, is nimble, a very powerful weapon, but the unorthodox self-righting mechanism takes its time.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the Razer team. Vinny Blood on the left-hand side, Simon Scott next to him, and then Ian Lewis, the captain. And there's the Wild Thing, Adam's family, Nick and Isabel. In the arena is Growler for the house robots. Yawning or barking, and Sergeant Bash 2.
3, 2, 1, activate.
What a fight, 2 of my favourite all-time robots. Wild Thing dashing away up to 12 miles an hour top speeds. Razer turning, just trying to get the feel for Wild Thing. And they have them in their grip, and down comes that hydraulic piercer and slices through the armament of Wild Thing. Isabel Adams at the weapons control of Wild Thing. Student, loves her singing, loves her drama and films. This is dramatic stuff out there. Razer, at the weapons control, we just got a glimpse of Simon Scott. Now a full-time robot here, and why not with this machine that is world famous. So is that team, the Razer boys. They now try a push of Wild Thing. Razer 96 kilos, just the lighter of the two. This is grip and grapple stuff out there. And Wild Thing is trying to hold on so that Razer can't get the crushability factor into play. They're also trying to slice with that front cutting disc. There you see it beginning to turn, but they can't get a purchase on Razer. Razer has them within its grip. There are the exposed tyres we talked about earlier. This is very edgy stuff. Who is the more aggressive here? Is Wild Thing pushing? Is Razer dragging? Is the Wild Thing blade, we can hear it there, scraping the metal of Razer, causing any real damage? Is Razer's beak powerful enough to crumple through that Wild Thing armament? It's very close, but the tyre's about to go, and has gone. Punctured by the Razer beak, so the manoeuvrability of Wild Thing severely curtailed. Nick Adams at the controls, a self-employed electronic model supplier by Jay. And Wild Thing, not a model finalist at the moment because Razer looks to be halting its progress at the series semi-final stage. Can Wild Thing yet come back into it? Because I think that damage to the tyre could be decisive if it goes up to the judges. Not great control or style by Wild Thing onto the flame pit, bumping away. If it is beaten here by Razer, it gets another chance in the semi-final. It goes into the loser's melee. But I just wonder whether it's sustained too much significant damage here, Wild Thing, from Razer. It wasn't the most emphatic Razer performance we've seen, but it was steady enough, grisly in determination, and almost inexorably, Wild Thing was pushed, shoved, clawed, beaked towards defeat and the bitter doom. Razer certainly through to round two. She'll get another chance in the loser's melee. And there the pirouette, of course.
What a way to kick off the series semi-finals. Wild Thing dismantled by the UK champion, the world champion, Razer. They go through!
Shed because the robot was on fire.
After
your battle with Razer. He knew where he was heading for, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Well, probably. They're very professional, they know everything. Is it?
It's what?
Total.
Totals. Alan is helping you there, saying it's total. What does this mean for your chances in the loser's melee?
Well, I suppose I could run around.
But you've got no weapon.
No, it doesn't look like it.
The other thing you have to do is repair the puncture in your tyre. Just a little piece of advice from someone who knows nothing.
From Hinckley in Leicestershire, 13 Black.
Beat number 11 seed Stinger to get to this semi-final.
Remind me of your weight, 13 Black.
Our weight is just about 100 kilos.
Do you think Firestorm can flip you out of the arena, 13 Black?
Only if we don't smash him first.
Okay, but you think it's possible for them to get underneath you and flip you?
Quite possible, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what about their armour? Have you had a good look at that?
Yeah, yesterday I had a quite good look.
Is it thick enough to cope?
Not really, it's only aluminium.
Oh, okay.
Powerful two 750mm steel-bladed carbon composite spinning discs. Joint fastest in the semi-final at 20 miles an hour. I don't trust the radio reception.
From Langley Moor in Durham, the number 3 seed, Firestorm 4.
twice a Robot Wars grand finalist.
Have you got the power to flip them?
Yeah, no problem.
Do you know how much they weigh?
It's got to be less than 100 kilos, so we can flip them.
So and can you do it? Can you get? Oh, look, they're having a look inside.
Wow. You're just coming to say that's not really that thin.
It's not as thin as you thought it was. Have you got those little horrible feelings now, those stirrings inside that make you think this isn't going to be good?
No.
Oh, I don't. It's going to be entertaining.
A wedge-shaped robot with a classic pneumatic forward hinge flipper, two-wheel drive and unique active differential, but not very strong for pushing.
Roboteers, stand by.
Two good teams here, John Denny and Richard Morris of the 13 Black team, and their Graham Bone, Hazel Heslop of Firestorm 4. In the arena, Sir Killalot with the Lance and the Pincers. Good to see Shunt back in action, as always.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Did take 13 Black a couple of judges' decisions to get through their heat, but still for me they look very impressive. Mind you, Firestorm so experienced and flicking 13 Black immediately over. Now, can 13 Black right itself? It can technically run upside down. It'll need to after that thrust. And we'll see whether there is life in 13 Black now. Well, they tell me it can technically run upside down. Run, waddle, struggle. Firestorm comes in for the kill. And the 13 Black team really up against it here now. One of the big 750mm spinning discs turning, but slower and slower. And the ref bot has a nudge and a check. And I think John Denny there with the beard, the captain and driver of 13 Black, probably realises the worst is just about to happen. Or is it? Is Firestorm moving? Well, he grimaces. John at the controls of 13 Black. Is Firestorm wedged in? Is 13 Black wedged in? The ref bot therefore can go in and examine. Firestorm's gone up on the angle grinder on the sidewalk. And that is not good driving by Graham Bone. That's better away. So Firestorm certainly mobile and on the offensive. Looks like some dreadful insect struggling for life. 13 Black in there. Firestorm coming in. They actually drove themselves into the pit in their first fight in this series in their heat. Survived though, because two others have been immobilised before them. Went on, beat Exterminator in their heat final, and they wait now Firestorm 4 before coming in to drive on 13 Black. The wheels are spinning, but it's going nowhere. And the ref bot has another look. It actually helped both robots out, I think, here earlier to get them off the arena sidewall. 13 Black promptly went back up on the sidewall and therefore will be counted out. And once again, we'll go into the losers melee with Firestorm 4 clean through to round 2 of this semi-final. Need to get involved in anything silly now, Firestorm 4. Cease is finally called. What's Firestorm 4 doing here? Little friendly help for 13 Black. It's all right now, Graham. It's all over. Oh, big boys don't cry.
13 Black, certainly an unlucky number for them. Firestorm go burning on.
I get it, you see. Now I understand that the 13, it wasn't unlucky for some, it was 13 seconds is how long we can last before we're flipped.
Oh, that's very clever.
Because it was approximately that, wasn't it?
It probably was, yeah.
Disappointed?
Not really, well, I just can't believe we've got this far.
You've still got a chance.
I know,
Don't
yeah.
forget there's the losers melee, and that's why Firestorm didn't go in there. They were very generous.
Yeah, well, we said to them, if you're immobilised, you know, if you think you're out, stop moving, because we can't stop hitting you if you do.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
same sort of thing.
Well done, well done.
From Donisthorpe in Leicester, the number 7 seed, S3.
In their second robot semi-finals in a row.
There's a flurry of activity here. S3 fighting the scary new boys, Dantomkia. Do you know what you're up against? You've seen them in action.
Yeah, they took Chaos out
They
very
took
well,
Chaos
yeah.
out, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Can they do the same to you?
Most probably.
It's going to be harder to flip you, though, because you're in difficult shape.
Yeah, we don't really like flippers that much because bigger brother took us out of the arena very nearly last year, so a little bit dubious of flippers.
Well, you should be a
Quite
robot
well made
flipper.
as well, so it's a strong robot.
It's really good, and they're good drivers.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, so you're in with a chance for losing then.
Possibly, yeah.
Improved drive this series for more power, better control, heavier and stronger. The vertical disc for more destruction. Weakness, aluminium armour.
From Chertsey inside, Dantomkia.
Flip the number 5 seeds, Chaos 2 totally out in the heat.
How you doing?
Not bad.
S3 don't like flippers. That's quite good news for you, isn't it?
Parachutes.
You took Chaos out. Can you take them out?
Oh, yes.
Oh, absolutely. They're not a shred of nerves.
I've seen them driving.
Fast and agile at 20 miles an hour. There's nothing faster in this semi-final. Reliable, very hard-hitting, good, interesting robot, this.
Roboteers, stand by.
Dantomkia team, Michael Lambert, the captain, his son Daniel and Stephen Gadsby, and S3, Dave Barker, Pete Alsop and Ian Pritchard. In the arena for the House Robots is Sir Killalot. Sergeant Bash for a flick of flame.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Intriguing difference in the styles here. S3 looks the heavier. It's not actually. It's a couple of kilos lighter than Dantomkia. Dantomkia would look the more sluggish. It's not. It's the fastest. Considerably so. S3 has that vertical spinning disc to cleave, cut. Dantomkia has the full bottle pressure flipper to get in underneath S3's 3 centimetre ground clearance. Didn't flip. Why? I wonder. Is it working properly? S3 away. Smacking onto the side angle grinder. Dantomkia. S3 pushing it further in underneath, and they could have wedged themselves in underneath. What do you think? I think they're wedged there, you know. Dantomkia. So S3 can come in and slice. The Dantomkia team unhappy. Daniel Lambert asking Dad Michael what's going on. There you can see Ian Pritchard of the S3 side. The ref bot has a glance. Dantomkia has got to get moving and moving fast here. Let me remind you, the loser of this particular battle goes into a 3-way losers melee for another chance to progress in this semi-final. What's S3 doing? Trying to destroy our arena. Sergeant Bash, have a word. Dantomkia, what on earth has happened to you? I don't know whether they lost control or power early on. They went in underneath, they wedged themselves. This is a surprise for me and a disappointment as well, because Dantomkia were hugely impressive in the heats, but in the series semi-final, they go into the losers melee. Stunned. Both teams, to be honest. So am I. What on earth happened out there? Well, Killalot will probably launch his own exhaustive electronic investigation. And in comes Professor Sergeant Bash, also to give a learning hand. This is the way that house robots conduct an exhaustive electronic examination of a beaten machine. They destroy it, bash it up, twist and torment, crumple, crash, smash, and drop it. See you again a little bit later on, Dantomkia.
Cease.
Dantomkia immobilised. S3, they go marching on.
Your very, very first piece of bad luck. That hurt as well, didn't it? Drive the trolley. There's not much damage sustained.
No, very minimal. I've got a Killalot did this. I have a small hole here, and I have a dent at the back,
and I had to put the link back in.
Because what happened? It's tragic. What happened?
I hit the wall so hard, my link popped out. No
And the
power.
link, explain to us what that is. Every robot has one of these.
Okay, what happens is the battery comes up here and gets linked through to the system, so that when this is out in safe conditions, the robot is dead. It cannot do anything.
So in the pits here, as soon as it comes off the arena floor,
Yeah.
these links get taken out, and that's how we all know we're safe.
Yeah, and when it comes out in a fight, it's a safe robot. That's no good. Don't want a safe robot.
Absolutely tragic. But still in with a chance. There's a loser's melee.
Yeah, sign me
And you're
up.
healthy.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. Go, work, and then fight.
Thank you.
Confirmation of the three machines clean through. Razer, S3 and Firestorm. Leaving for the losers melee, 13 Black, Dantomkia and Wild Thing.
Are you ready?
We're a little worried, but we're ready.
For the losers melee, who are you worried about?
Both of them.
Okay, fair.
We're going to go in and just have fun.
Dantomkia is a really strange one because they're so new and yet they've done so well.
They're very good robot. They're very unlucky for the last bout where they lost their link, I believe. Very unfortunate.
But that means they're in really good shape. Are you in good shape?
We're ready. The robot's ready. We'll give it our
The
best.
robot's fine, it's you lot that's having the problem. Okay, Dantomkia. Hi! New robot, new to Robot Wars.
Yep.
We want to see you go all the way.
Yep.
13 Black and Wild Thing.
Yep.
Now, if I was you, I wouldn't be helping the competition.
Well, the way we see it, I mean, we're all roboteers, we're all helping each other out. My other two teammates are over there helping Wild Thing out at the moment, getting it back together. I'm just checking this one over. We didn't really sustain any damage in the last fight. Just a technical fault with one of the links, as you know. So I'm just giving this the once over. They're helping him out just to get it sorted, really.
Okay, so let's catch up with them, helping out the competition. And here they are, the missing two members of the Dantomkia team, helping out the competition. You're just fixing it up so you can trash it again.
That's right. They want me in the melee so they can have a go at flipping me out the ring.
You got them, sir.
They don't want to go out there and just
There's
wander
nothing
around
kind-hearted about
aimlessly,
Robot
nothing
Wars.
to
Don't
do.
be mistaken. Can you do it?
Yeah, with their help and everyone else's help, we're just fitting the batteries in, as the original ones were fried into little crispy things.
Yes.
And Panic Attack sent us two fully charged batteries. Put the wheels.
Will you have a weapon going? Because your motor was damaged for your weapon.
Yeah, well, George took it apart and straightened it out. They tested it on 12 volts and it seems to be working.
That's George Francis from the Chaos team.
That's right. And Tornado has lent us one of their wheels.
So you didn't have to mend the puncher after all.
So it's going to be a bit of everyone's robot.
It's real teamwork, isn't it?
It is. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Dantomkia. Wild Thing. 13 Black.
So another chance for the 13 Black and Dantomkia team there, and the Adams family and Wild Thing.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Sir Kill-A-Lot, ready to trundle and rumble, and Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1.
Brilliant sportsmanship from the rest of the Roboteers to put Wild Thing back together again as Dantomkia, the missing link, now returned, comes in, vents off a little bit of steam, and immediately is on the attack and looking much more impressive, taking on 13 Black. One of those discs repaired with a little bit of sticky tape, it would seem. Dantomkia very much on the prowl, smashing onto 13 Black. Looking to come again. Wild Thing being thrust away. Looking the lightweight of these machines, Wild Thing, at the moment. Reached the first round of the semi-final in Series 5. 13 Black, meanwhile, takes a terrific pounding there. And Wild Thing, they're being crumpled and munched by Dead Metal. I think Wild Thing's totally out of it, but Dantomkia played a major part with that shove on 13 Black. Then the flick, down it came with a crunch. Wild Thing then drove itself onto the flipper of Dantomkia, and in came Dead Metal, and the sparks flew. The blade is turning, but there's no one at home, Wild Thing. 13 Black, I think, is at its end as well. Dantomkia trying to... Oh! Wild Thing is driven straight into the pit. Dantomkia just pressed the release button. Wild Thing unawares drove themselves onto it. Nick and Isabel Adams have gone out at the semi-final stage of Robot Wars for the 4th time. 13 Black, surely to... How can you smile when you've worked so hard on your machine? What are they doing out there? It's great fun. All that work. Great stuff. In defeat, a smile. And so some sort of dance. Yeah, well, the slogan is Spin to Win, coined by the Hypnodisc Rose family originally. And the Wild Thing team and the 13 Black boys heading out of the series semi-final. Beaten twice then in the initial battle in the semi and here in the losers melee. And Dantomkia looks much stronger now, don't you agree? Link back in place. And the full bottle pressure flipper seems to be working. They want the pit. You can hear the crowd crying. I think Dantomkia want 13 Black out of the arena, just as they flipped Mighty Mouse earlier on in the series and Chaos 2. 13 Black wants none of it. And he's still mobile and he's still a threat with those two spinners. And it's got in underneath Dantomkia. Once again, they're wedged on a grinder. That's the second time we've seen that. Not too clever, is it? So Killalot's there. Dead Metal briefly. He's retreated to have a run, I think, at Dantomkia. Just away. 13 Black comes in. That's a strong onslaught from 13 Black. When it crosses the arena like that, it's travelling at 20 miles an hour. But he's just left himself broadside on for a Dantomkia shove. And 13 Black goes over yet again. And we've seen, though they claim they're invertible, they can run upside down. It's hardly quick progress. Dantomkia, 1 or 2 shoves more. 6. It's going to go to the judges, this. I don't think they'll have too much work to do to decide the winner. Dantomkia or 13 Black? Wild Thing are definitely gone.
Another spectacular battle we've thrown to the judges. And the judges have decided the winners are Dantomkia! Well, the new kids on the block. Mixed reception from the crowd. But I tell you what, it was obvious you won to me.
Yeah, when you turn them upside down and leave them there, and they stay upside down for the fights, they're dead.
Yeah, they were upside down for ages, weren't they?
The other one was in the pit, they're dead.
You were gutted when you lost your last fight, and you've come in through the back door.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it for the kids. Ladies and gentlemen, Dantomkia!
So much work, so little time on the arena floor.
I don't know. We got there, but siren appeared to go off after we were actually in the pit.
It was late.
We actually got into the pit, and then the siren went off. Well, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
But all that work.
It was great how everyone helped us out. Yeah. We got all bits from everyone. It worked. Yeah. It worked really well.
So that's the major achievement for you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's what it's all about, getting it back in there.
Yeah, congratulations. It was fantastic, thanks so much.
That was good fun.
You didn't tell me you'd built a robot that could work upside down.
That's what these bits are for.
It was just brilliant, dancing robots in such a crucial battle as well. Was there a point where you thought, we might do this?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they embedded themselves in the sidewall, we thought, perhaps we've got it now.
Yeah, that would have been absolutely
That would have been excellent,
hysterical.
yes.
But as it was, you must have enjoyed it.
Great fun, absolutely good, brilliant fun.
Any huge areas of damage? Oh, I can see under there.
Metal went through the chassis.
Yeah.
It's actually affected it.
It's cut into the disc there as well.
And he's cut into the disc there. Yeah, the house robots weren't very kind, but you didn't expect that anyway. What we did have was the most entertaining battle. Thank you so much, because I know your tension was high. What a way to go out. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Well done.
So just confirmation then that Dantomkia win the losers melee and go through to the second round of the semi-final. Coming up in a few moments, Razer will meet them. Some fight that, but first it's Firestorm against S3.
So, 4 robots remain. But hey, only 2 can go through to our grand final at the end of the series. Prepare for the ultimate fight for survival.
Now is not the time for surgery when you're about to fight for a place in the final.
Trying to put a new aerial on quickly.
Oh, that makes sense. You feeling all right?
A bit nervous now. Yeah, Firestorm, good robot. Better control than we have, so. And another flipper as well.
Another flipper, which I know you don't like.
No.
OK, let's see how Firestorm are feeling.
Hello.
Oh, cool. There's a surprise. You're not nervous in the slightest. Now there's so much at stake. You're fighting for a place in the final.
Be all right.
They don't like flippers?
They don't. I think we've got a little bit more manoeuvrability than them as well, so...
Yeah, and they've got a little dodgy wheel there going on. They didn't mention that, but I know it's true. Yeah, they've got a bit of a limp. So you should be fine.
Should be fine.
If not, we should want to know why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roboteers, stand by.
Good competitors, Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop, the Firestorm team, and there Dave, Pete, and Ian and S3, and Matilda's in the arena with the tusks and the flywheel and dead metal, already impressive in the semi-final, is back again.
Activate.
The winner of this battle goes through to the series grand final. It is as simple as that. Firestorm getting in underneath S3. S3 beaten in the series semi-final round 2 stage by Razer last time around. Firestorm has been through to the grand final twice. Bags of experience and meat and muscle there, and something came off the arena sidewall. Such was the power of Firestorm's thrust. 100 kilos moving at 12 miles an hour, and S3 turned up on its side. Now that's an interesting problem. How are they going to get out of that one? Well, with a fair degree of nonchalance, it seemed initially, but then Firestorm's flicked them back and up and over! They teetered and they toppled, and Firestorm have flicked them out! And even S3 seemed to appreciate the tactics, crashing down onto our camera tracking system there. But what a good drive by Graham Bone. On the offensive, the initial thrust, then the first flick, up went S3 to come crashing down again. The second flick did all the damage. And though they tried to hang on, their own weight took them toppling. Super stuff, Firestorm.
What a fight! That didn't take very long. Firestorm, the first robot through to the final! It all ends in tears.
Well, yeah.
What went wrong?
Oh, excellent driving, wasn't it? You know, they just had us right on the end there and it overbalanced and that was it.
This is a first for you getting flipped out the arena, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the experience?
Graceful.
It was like a sinking ship, wasn't it? It just gracefully disappeared over the side. Where'd you go from here, guys?
New robot.
A new robot?
Yeah, new robot, brand new one. Maybe similar design, but she's really tired now. She's sort of sticking plaster holding her together for tonight. And yeah, we'll see where we go.
Alrighty. Well, we can't wait to see it. Let's hear it for S3! Well, you're in the final of the last wars.
Yeah.
You're in the final again.
Yep.
Who would you like to avoid until, say, the final?
Probably Razer.
Everyone's scared of Razer.
We're not scared. It's just that we've lost them twice now.
I know you have.
So if we're going to do it again, we might as well do it in the final.
But your driving seems to be so much improved. I mean, you're really accurate. It's really manoeuvrable. It's really quick.
Yeah, it's good. It's very manoeuvrable, yeah.
All right. Did you enjoy that?
I did. It was nerve-wracking.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, raise the roof for Firestorm.
Firestorm through to the grand final for the third time. Next up, reigning champions Razer against Dantomkia.
Right, Dantomkia.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Well, I know Mike Lambert quite well because obviously as Roboteers have to get practicing outside of Robot Wars. We don't just turn up at the event, we all get lots of driving practice. And Mike, despite being a newcomer to Robot Wars, is one of the most experienced Roboteers there is. He's had tons, literally hundreds of fights, so we know he could well be a handful for us.
So what you're doing now is saying to us, if we lose...
We've lost to a good machine,
Okay.
which it is. It's
Which is
proved
fair
it already. You know, he's seen what he's done to other machines during the heats. Very
Absolutely.
good.
Have you done your inspection?
I've done my inspection of the machine and I know where everything is. There's a couple of nice, tasty gearboxes in there.
But what's your weakness as far as they're concerned? What can they do to you, do you think?
Well, if they do get a flip on us, they will do their best to keep on us and bundle us into the side, and then it's sort of 50-50 as whether we can get up.
Be interesting to see you go out at this stage. We'll be watching your faces if you do. It's interesting that they should mention the gearbox, because between you, me and this lot, the gearbox is kind of stuck together, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they might have a go at your gearbox.
They've got to get to them.
So what are your tactics?
I can turn faster than them, so if I can get to the side of them or the rear, then I have an
On
advantage.
and on and on and keep moving.
Oh, yes.
You get them over and get them out.
Yeah, I've got no problem with that.
You don't want to cause them damage, you just want to win.
I'm sort of.
Roboteers, stand by.
The underdogs, the unseeded Dantomkia, Michael, Daniel and Stephen. And the reigning champions Razer, Ian Neil, Simon Scott, Vinnie Blood, Sir Kilolots in the arena. Ooh dear. Gruesome menace. That's not all. Look at that. Mr. Psycho.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Can the unseeded underdogs create one of the greatest surprises in Robot Wars history? Or will Dantomkia's impressive run end right here and now? They try a flick, but Razer's already got them gripped with the part bird beak, part reptilian jaw. And this is the way they grappled with Wild Thing in the first round of this series semi-final. Razer getting in, fighting at close quarters to prevent being flicked. But Dantomkia shoves them against the arena sidewall. Razer very low ground clearance. Dantomkia gonna have to go some to get in underneath, and Razer's got them again here. They don't seem to be able to crumple down through the armament though of Dantomkia Razer. And this is a difficult battle against those Dantomkia boys for the reigning champions. I think they punctured them. Yes, they have. Or is that just a dent? Maybe it's just a dent, you know. I think it is. See if we can get a second look at it a little bit later on. There's Daniel Lambert, the weapons officer of Dantomkia, teenager. Razer in underneath. Again, low ground clearance on Dantomkia. Named after Michael's 3 children, Michael Lambert's 3 children. Razer's beak has been a role model for many a weapon in Robot Wars, and finally crumpling and piercing. It is immensely powerful, the hydraulic piercer of Razer, and it's pushing Dantomkia slowly into submission. Now, what damage is it doing as it cuts through there? Pushed onto the arena, side angle grinder, but Dantomkia away. The winner through to the grand final. Razer again, off! Look at that, just crumpling down and preventing the Dantomkia flipper working because of its awesome power, Razer. They simply can't get the weaponry working, Dantomkia. And Razer has been once more monstrous as the hammer comes down of Mr. Psycho. Ooh, Razer, get away from there, I would. push Dantomkia into the CPZ, the corner patrol zone, and bang! Down came Mr. Psycho's hammer. Now Dantomkia pushing Razer back towards a kill a lot. This is intriguing stuff, because Razer are not through yet, not by a long shot. Dantomkia right back in the fight.
Cease.
And it goes to the judges. They don't look too confident, or do they? Judges deliberate. Oh, Sharky seemed to be doing a lot of the deliberation there. What was he marking on? The aggression and damage caused by Razer? Dantomkia onto the flame pit, being pushed. Again, being hammered, but then coming back into the fight and pushing Razer at the end.
Well, the judges have made the decision. We all know the criteria: style, control, damage, and aggression. They've gone for Razer! Guys, you beat Chaos 2, 4th seed. You beat Wild Thing, 9th seed. You came up against the top seed, and it all went pants. Yeah. But come on, guys, you're the new kids on the block. This is your first foray into Robot Wars, and you got so far. And it wasn't like a humiliation, was it? You know, they didn't like count you out or anything. It went to the judges.
We went the distance. If things had been a little bit better for us, it would have been different, but yeah, it's good.
So listen, now that you've started and you've got your first war under your belt, looking at the robot, what can you change to ensure that next time you go against Razer, you bash him?
A different driver.
Never mind, guys. You've been great competitors. It's nice to have you in Robot Wars. Hope to see you again next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Dantomkia! Kids on the block, but they pushed you all the way.
Yeah, went the distance, which was excellent, and in fairness to them, we were on their flipper at one point. If they'd fired it, they would have got us end over end.
Really?
And I was yelling to Ian, off the flipper, off the flipper.
Yeah.
And he just got off in time.
It's a good machine.
Yeah.
I've seen this machine go before, and it's you know, for a new coming machine, it's a really good design. You can see that there's good thought put into it. Yeah. It's usually operated really well, but I know you suffer a little bit from the nerves. And I think
he does get a bit nervous, doesn't he? You can tell when you're interviewing him. He's like,
It's sort of long in the tooth now, so me and Simon are kind of chilled out a bit, and this time we're pretty chilled out, so it's working quite nicely.
All right, guys, good luck. Raise the roof, go ballistic. This is Razer! Well, lots of other robots have got mighty claws, but Razer's is the best on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
My favourite robot's Razer because it's part bird and part reptile. I reckon Firestorm will be the new champion. Yeah!
Coming up next time in our second semi-final, Tornado against Hypnodisc, Dominator 2 against Bigger Brother, and Spawn again against Terahertz. Don't miss it!